Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the farm. Today we are going to be moving some of our animals, and as you guys know, we rotate them because it definitely helps keep the animals healthy. Now we move the chickshaws daily inside of the paddock that they are in, but our other chickens, we need to move the whole paddock. Normally I would have these fences moved and then just drag the chickshaws across and move them in there, but we're gonna try something different today. And it may be dumb, but we'll find out together. I'm gonna let these chickens out, move their feeders over here, and just pick up the fences and see if they'll come with us. Well, let's at least get their houses turned around so they're heading in the right direction when we open the doors. Let's go. Come on, chick, 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 chick. The reason I didn't just drag them all the way across is because some of these are pretty heavy. This one I could have made it. There's not as many chickens in here. They see their feeders though. Come on, chick, chick, chick. So far, the plan is working. Got their feeders and waters. These birds, unlike the pigs, they don't mind jumping over the net. One, because the netting is not on. And two, they jump over it anyway. So got their feeders and waters in here. Now I'll drag their houses over and then we'll start getting some fencing put up around the birds. There's a tree. Much easier to move when they're empty. All right, most of them are in. We got a couple stragglers and I left the opening so they could get in, but whenever you're herding chickens, long arms are a must. Not saying that this is gonna work, but I should be able to keep them from going around me. Ducks, so much easier to herd than chickens, but we'll see what we can do here. You gotta go that way. There we go. A little easier than I thought this was gonna be, but still, we've got a few. We may have to grab the kids for some extra backups because these three keep wanting to go this direction. There we go, we'll at least get one of them. Got a little opening right there in between the fences. Some of them aren't figuring out how to get in, and there's those. But we'll get them all in here eventually. You gotta go that way. There we go. There we go. So that's how it's supposed to work. This one is stuck in the corner. There we go. There we go. We got them all. So the first reason why we move these animals as often as we do is just for the animal health. Getting them off of their manure, that is a huge thing for these animals. If they're raised in their same spot all the time on the manure, it is not a great option for them as far as health concerns. So just to keep them off of their manure is a huge thing for the animals. And also chickens, they are quite hard on the land. Almost as bad as pigs, especially our pigs, because our pigs don't really root very much. But these chickens will tear up an area where they're at if they are there for too long. And they'll also wipe it clean. Any bugs, grubs, ticks, anything, these chickens will clean that area up. So keeping these animals moved also gives them more things to eat. And the more insects and bugs they're eating, the healthier their eggs are for us. This is also where our pigs just were, and they laid down a healthy amount of manure for this land. And the chickens will come in here and break that down. And normally you'll put chickens behind like cows and sheep and things like that to help break the manure down and also take away the fly load. They'll come in and scratch and dig and get the fly larvae and take that out of an area. So the chickens for us are following our pigs and helping break down that manure. We're in the process of doing our morning chores. The first thing was to move those chickens so we could get them out. And the pigs have been patiently waiting here for us, knowing that it's just about feed time. They were noisy, but they've settled down since I haven't come right to their feed bowls. But they're working on this new area here. We've got them off of their old manure, and they're laying down manure to help this soil here. And that is the other reason why we keep these animals moving. Let's feed you first. These pigs are working in the woods for us right now, and we're kind of in a little bit of a drought, so there's not as much growing in here as we would like, but it can also, keeping your animals moving can also help cut down a little bit on some feed costs, and that is always a good thing. But the second most important thing for us is rebuilding our soil. Now it's kind of hard to tell in here where the pigs are working and clearing out the woods, but it's a lot easier to see where our soil is being rebuilt out in our front pasture. Not sure why I chose the hard way to do that today. So the second most important thing is probably our animals helping us rebuild our pastures and maintain them. We don't fertilize with any sprays or anything. The only thing we fertilize with is manure. And I don't know, maybe you're able to see this on the path that we come down. I wasn't able to find the first few spots where the chickens were, but you can see it gradually starting to get more manure. And then down here at the end of these last few spots that they have been is where the heavy manure is. And now we never put animals back on these spots probably a month or 2 months before we come back onto a spot where the animals have been. But our pastures are green. We're going through that. We're kind of in a drought right now, a mild drought. We're not allowed to burn things, but our pastures are still green, lush, and healthy. And if I don't mow every week, I feel like I'm cutting hay. And some people say, well, why don't you cut hay? Well, we don't have the equipment to do that, and that is not our goal right now. Little insider intel here. We may be adding an animal to the farm here that will help us with this grass, but that's for another video. But anyway, just rebuilding our pastures. It's been 4 or 5 years that we've been out here running chickens every year up and down these pastures, and our yard is green. It stays green really long throughout the fall into the winter. And there's still spots that need help, as you can see here, just bare. But as we run these chickens across, they will put down a nice layer of manure and hopefully help heal these pastures. And that's another reason why we love Cornish cross. They are manure machines, and that is also a fertilizing machine. Is that right? So these birds are going on 6 weeks old, so we've got about a week and a half until freezers start to fill with fresh Cornish cross, delicious chicken. That makes us excited, and I know it makes our customers excited as well. So the biggest reason, healing and growing our pastures, is why we keep our animals on the move. All right. I always get asked the questions when we have the chickens out here like this. Don't the hawks get your chickens a ton? We've lost 5 or 6 in the 7 years that we've been here. And that is why I put a shade cloth out here. I feel it's a deterrent, something that a hawk isn't used to seeing. Chickens can run under it, they run under housing. And so we don't have many losses to hawks. So we just added some non-GMO scratch with a little bit of diatomaceous earth in there. Helps with the worms, helps keep the chickens healthy, and gives them a little something besides just the regular non-GMO pellet that we use. But we get the question often, well, it takes a minute to educate some people, and they figure out that our food tastes different than what you can get in the store, and we don't do anything special. It's just feeding the animals good food, getting them bugs, fresh pasture every day, and that produces good quality eggs, good quality meat, and it's definitely different than what you can get in the store. And if you can't keep your animals moving, don't get frustrated. I guarantee you what you're producing on your little farm or homestead is way better than what you can get in the store. So chickens are out here scratching. This is the old hay from the pig loos when we moved them here. They have already spread those piles out nicely. That's why when I moved the pig loos, I just left them in heaps and I let the chickens dig through, pick out anything they want and spread that for us. So this isn't perfect back here, but it is a work in progress, and it is fun to watch it grow and come to life. We had a bunch of unusable land, and now it is starting to get usable. We've done a little work, and the animals are now coming through and finishing the final work on this project. So anyway, nothing special, guys. It's just moving these animals. You are what you eat, right? So if you keep them on a fresh pasture every time and give them good quality feed, you're gonna get a great product. And I know you hogs just ate. So what's the deal? Is everyone just enjoying watching the show over here? You guys just enjoying the show over here? But same thing with the pigs, guys. Love it when customers come back to us and say, man, that is way different than what I've eaten before. And that's the secret. There really is no secret. Just raise them well, keep them on fresh pasture, feed them a good feed, and you're gonna get a quality product, way better than in the store. So anyway, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope this helped some of you guys. Don't forget to make the change, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheryl, are you just full and tired, or what's going on? I mean, it's not even noon. It's not even close to noon. It's not even 9:30. Eat, sleep, and have a good life.